They are engaged in a battle to become Australia's next Prime Minister. One is already Australia's first female Prime Minister, the other hoping to win government back for the Liberal Party. With the announcement of the election possibly just days away, the West Australians got this exclusive interview with JuliaGohard and Phony Abbott.
I feel it's time for Australia to start to experience the feminine side of Australian politics, and as you can see, I've got a lot more of that than my friend here and colleague, Mr. Phony Abbott.
Do you think the fact that you're ginger is going to influence your policies, Prime Minister?
Now there's been a lot of commentary about the colour of my hair, the proportions of my hips, but that's fine. That all goes with the cut and thrust of parliamentary life, and I can just say that I'll be reversing that perspective, being the Prime Minister, and I'll be looking at my cabinet colleagues. It'll be the Prime Ministerial eye for the cabinet guy from now on.
I still will be pursuing this policy of budgie smugglers versus people smugglers.
Prime Minister, what's your policy or your position on the baby bonus and middle class welfare?
Well, a lot of people have made comment about the fact that I'm not a mother myself, but I like to think of myself as the mother of all Australians now, and to that extent I'm expecting a very generous baby bonus coming to myself as an individual.
Being a Catholic, we should just all be going for Australia.
And on election day, what are you going to be asking voters to keep in mind when deciding which of you is going to be our next Prime Minister?
I'll be asking people to move forward, not to vote for a quick fix, and to consider the hormonal balance between myself and Phony here. Clearly, his is out of control, as you can tell by the amount of testosterone that has gone to his chest.
I think people will vote for the Liberal Party because I listen to the Australian people. In fact, I am all ears, which is probably why I'm such a big fan of the royal family too.
Got you. Okay, so they might not really be Phony Abbott and JuliaGohard. They are satirists Eileen Glynn and Alex Manfred, and they're making a living out of taking the mickey out of our political leaders.
Are you secretly hoping that Tony wins on election day? Would that be ideal?
It'd be great for me, wonderful for me. Don't know about the country.
I've done a lot of stand-up comedy in the past and had various incarnations, and recently started getting back into performing through theatre sports. And when actually Alex has spoken to me about the JuliaGohard thing before the coup, before she did the Brutus act.
About a year ago.
Yeah, so he's actually been encouraging me for quite a long time, and I'm one of those time-poor people who's got kids and a day job and things, but the final straw came, I suppose it was quite a political move of Alex's when he announced on ABC Radio that his dear friend Eileen Glynn would be doing a version of JuliaGohard. So
Whether they're the real politicians or the satirists, come election day, one of them is probably going to be out of a job. Dan Hatch, thewest.com.au.